What's up, YouTube? Bobbles and Ball Cards back with another video. Hope you guys had a great Friday, end of the week, great Saturday today, get the weekend kicked off. Got football back tomorrow. See how many people's hearts I can break in fantasy. Got the NHL Stanley Cup kicking off tonight. I haven't checked the score of the basketball game, but I believe the Heat and Celtics were playing tonight. Lakers won game one. So, a lot going on, guys. What is up, my man Rick? You see it on the screen. What's up, CBC? What's up, Sean? Hope you guys had a good day. Y'all see it on the screen. A custom photo MVP of Lamar Jackson. Was very surprised to get this in. Let me bring it up so you guys can see it better. Pretty cool. Hey, Mr. Jordan, you're probably right, brother. You got a strong team. But Mr. Rick Moore surprised me, picked this up. No, that is not his auto, just in case anybody's wondering. But it still looks sick with the MVP, the flaming ball, the white facsimile auto. And this was the best part of opening the package. I've told you guys before, man. He sent a note, and it said, "Brandon, I picked this up for you. I just thought that you would enjoy it. Thank you for all you do for us. Keep the videos coming." This is like, I know y'all probably think, oh, he's just BSing or whatever, but this here means more to me than if y'all sent, I don't know, a $10,000 card, man, to be honest with you. I have days I let things get to me. I try to ignore them. I know there's things that go on out there. It's part of life, I guess, and just the way people are. And just to know that somebody actually just appreciates and gets what I try to do, that you can't put a price tag on that. He just ripped a note off of a little notepad, jotted some words down, and that's invaluable, man. You can't put a price tag on that. So thank you very much, Rick. I really, really do appreciate it. The picture looks sick. Me and Rick had a very long conversation because he didn't realize I actually used to make custom photos and stuff like that. So I can appreciate things that people do like that because I used to do it a lot and really enjoyed it. I showed him some things that I had done, talked about a few things that I've experienced, that sort of thing. So really good conversation, and I really do appreciate it, Rick. So thank you very much, man. Now for a few other things. I'm still waiting on one card. I was hoping it came today. The seller put free shipping. They haven't uploaded any kind of tracking. They haven't marked it as shipped. But they left me positive feedback, so it just sucks because I don't know where it's at, and it was a card that I was actually excited to get. But anyway, get the little stands out. I'll show these off first. So I posted in the group that the company or the shop that I bought the Lewis Robert off of, Ben Baller brought them some more cards, and so they put up a Yordan Alvarez. So this is the Baller Alvarez. But what Ben Baller did was he signed the top loader in silver. So I thought, hey, Alvarez is a player. He won Rookie of the Year. I know he's out this year and his prices are kind of low. I actually picked this up for less than what his base chrome was going for. I don't know what they're at right now. The prices are kind of fluctuating around on these cards. But I actually got this cheaper than another base Alvarez had sold for, and I bought it because the silver ink Ben Baller's signature, I think, is a perfect home for the Lewis Robert. So that was really the intention of buying it, was so I could put the Robert in the top loader. So it now has a new home. And he also included 3 of the Nationals Ben Baller Chrome cards. He sent me the Trey Turner, the Carter Keyboom, and the Patrick Corbin. So pretty cool to get to add those to the PC. Can't beat it by 1 card, have an autograph, and 3 other cards for the PC. Let's see. Next up, well, let's see. Yeah, I'll do this next. So this isn't vintage. But and I talked to Rick about this guy the other day, and showed him some things. But I picked this up, and believe it or not, there was another one I had on my watch list that went for almost three times what I paid for this one. But this is the Bowman first edition Larry Fitzgerald. And I figured, people are paying a pretty good chunk of money for a Jason Dominguez Bowman first edition. I really think Larry Fitzgerald should be worth something, so I think I got this for $14.50, I think is what it was. The last one actually sold for like 36 something, which shocked me because I was actually hoping to pick another one up. But it looks to be pretty good centered. It might be a touch off to the left, but the corners are very sharp. I don't see any of the chipping on the edge. Maybe a little bit right there. But the back is pretty nice too, so glad to have that because I really like Larry Fitzgerald. Next up, I'll go ahead and throw this one up. So anybody that listened to the podcast with Ben Baller and Gary V name dropped the Lawrence Taylor was undervalued, and I thought it was hilarious because I actually bought this September 13th, I believe, and then he throws this card out in that podcast. And so I had seen somebody post on Twitter, like, did anybody run out and buy a Taylor after Gary V mentioned it, blah, blah, blah. So I went on eBay just looking how many had sold since he talked about it. And I think there was 75 or approximately 75 to 80 sales of 82 Topps Lawrence Taylors. But to show how quick, and as like JJ likes to say, the bulls go rushing, but they don't know what they're buying. There was a ton. The majority of the sales were the 82 Tops the Lawrence Taylor in action card. So people were going and buying the $3 card. I guess they felt because Gary Vee said, oh, the 82 Tops Lawrence Taylor was cheap or undervalued. So they probably went on there and seen $3 and was like, hell yeah, it's cheap. You know, it's undervalued, and they started buying them up. Will that card ever get a bump or an increase like, you know, his rookie should? I don't know, but I found it was very hilarious because people weren't actually buying the rookie. So anyway, I picked this one up almost a week ago. It's in the old slab, the SGC 86. But it's one I didn't have, and believe it or not, if you look at it, about the only thing wrong with it is the top to bottom centering. And with this kind of card in that border, it really doesn't make the card look bad anyway. You can see it more on the back, but with that front, it doesn't make the card look bad. The side to side is good, but the top bottom's off. But with this gap here, it actually doesn't look horrible. So, that was like $40, $45, something like that. I'll take it all day long. Next up, let's see. I don't remember what I got this one for. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, so I showed you guys the Sammy Ball, and I showed you the Honus Wagner. So I've picked up a couple more of the 48 Leafs. I got in this little rabbit hole of looking at 48 Leaf. Bob Waterfield was a Hall of Famer in that set. This is a PSA 4. Looks very, very nice. The back looks really good. So that's another one that I wanted to add. I don't think I'll ever be able to complete the 48 set. But it is cool to pick these up, especially of the Hall of Fame guys and everything. So added the Waterfield to go along with the other 48s. And then I snagged this one. Now, anybody that has a damn trophy named after them, they gotta be good, right? They have to be important. I mean, the dude's got a damn trophy named after him, you know? So this is the 48 Leaf Doak Walker, and this is in a 2. Corners are a little rough, and the surface has, you know, that 48 Leaf, I think when the people like kept them in stacks, I think the words actually turned some of the surface black on them. So that's where you'll see a lot of condition issues. Actually, on some of the cards, if you ever look at these, it'll look like the card is almost clear because you can read the words on the front of the card. And I think it's just from people having them stacked up, probably, you know, maybe in a box or rubber bands or whatever. And then the ink from the back will actually stain the front. So this one does have, you know, a little bit of the staining on it, but nothing too horrible. Looks pretty good. Like I said, I just like, if they look nice, I don't really worry about this. These corners and all that stuff, that doesn't bother me. That just tells a story, tells it's old. So yeah, picked up the Doak, and I do have another 48 coming. I really was hoping it would get here today. It is the one I told you all about. It's a 1 because it has a pinhole. And that's not going to sit in that stand. But, and then I have one more thing that I picked up. And this, somebody made a mention the other day. I think it was my last video. And I think he was just playing. But Mile High made a mention that I need to start buying from the group. And believe it or not, guys, I have bought so much from the group that I can't even remember everything that I've bought. Sometimes if somebody posts something, I'll just message them and say, hey, I'll take it. Or if somebody knows that I'm kind of looking for something, they'll message me and say, hey, are you interested in this? And sometimes I'll say sure, sometimes I'll pass, but I'm not, like, I don't have unlimited income to buy everything. And trust me, you guys post some stuff in there I wish I could buy. But I guess it's just not seen or, realized how much I actually buy from people in the group. But this is a group purchase. This was from JJ. And this is a Bradshaw rookie. Now, sure, it's got the white on the corners or whatever. This is a damn Bradshaw rookie. I mean, I'm not worrying about that. This fit my wallet very nicely. So I told him, heck yes, I'll take it. It's actually centered really, really well. It's just those corners and stuff have some white on them, which, on a red border or any colored border card, you're most likely going to have that issue at some point. But for what I paid for this, I'm not going to complain one bit. I'm going to absolutely enjoy it. So, got that one. That is all that's came in so far. There is going to be more stuff coming. Like I said, I'm waiting on the other 48. And then I have some pickups that I've made. Just, weekends are when I get to do most. I try to get on there and look during the week, but I usually miss out because everything ends after I go to bed. But I don't want to throw names out there. You guys can do research, or you probably already know who the hell I would be referring to anyway. I have this gut feeling, just from a few things I've seen, some things that you hear talked about, and if other people have mentioned this, please don't think, oh, he just heard that elsewhere, because that ain't the case. I'm going to tell you one thing that made me think of this. Clyde Edwards-Helaire in that Chiefs game, if y'all noticed, his card went from like $2, it went up, and I think it came down a little bit, but the fact that people bit on that so hard and that it went up so quickly because he had a good debut game and he's a running back, it made me start to think, are these new people in the market going to cause a slight shift? Connor, it's the Ben Baller signature, but it's actually not on the card. It's only on the case. The top loader is signed, and I just put the card in there because I think it looks really nice with the silver and black. I think the market's going to take a shift away from simply being quarterback focused, and there's some guys out there, and I'm not going to focus on running backs because I think they're too big of a risk with injury. I mean, every player in the NFL is a risk with injury. But I'm really curious, and I have this gut feeling that wide receivers are going to start getting a good bit of love from the hobby. You see the focus and the value of the quarterback. And I've said it before, I love wide receivers. It's what I played when I played football. And you can't have a good quarterback without a good wide receiver. I mean, the two go hand in hand. It's like I told somebody earlier, you can throw the ball and hit the guy in the chest, but if he doesn't catch it, you get an incomplete pass on your record. Or if he goes to catch the ball and it goes through his hands and gets picked off. It's not like baseball where if the third baseman throws to first, and the first baseman misses the catch, then the error, if it was a good throw, goes on the first baseman. It doesn't go on the third baseman. Well, in the NFL, if that wide receiver, the ball goes through his hands and it gets picked off, that's an interception on the quarterback. So the stats don't show just how important the wide receivers are. And I really, really think that, especially with, look at the basketball market. It shifted so quickly with all of the new faces in here that I think it's going to trade over to other positions, specifically wide receiver. And you are right, Amari. I was on looking at him before I got on. Did you guys? Here, I'll show you. I'll actually show you. Amari mentioned Julio. Right here. I didn't even have to do anything. I just clicked over. I was watching this one. This one right here. I had it on my watch list. This is a sick card. This is the cracked ice chrome refractor, or atomic as they call it, out of 139. So yeah, Julio is definitely a guy. If y'all want me to tell you, really, I ain't got secrets. I like helping y'all. Just please don't come back and say Bobbles is an idiot. If things don't plan out. But I'm gonna tell you, Devonte Adams. I'll show you. Look, I just picked this up for $43, guys. Devonte Adams, 3 chrome base and a refractor. Oh, I love Megatron, but I'm talking guys that are playing right now, that are going to get focus. The vintage guys, or the retired guys, it could shift that way. But I'm talking about the guys right now that could have huge years, that could see value bumps. Devonte Adams is one of them. Look what the Packers did last week. And then this guy's not a secret. I'm not telling y'all anything you don't already know. But this dude could have a huge year. Huge year. DeAndre Hopkins. When I say cheap, no, he's not like, $2, $3, $4, but compared to some guys, especially quarterbacks, DeAndre is cheap. I got both of those for $55. That's the chrome or the base and the refractor. DeAndre came out last week, his first week playing with Kyler. Kyler's stuff's going up. He's got Fitz on the opposite side. He had 14 receptions. I mean, that's week 1. 14 catches. So, that chemistry is already there with Hopkins and Kyler. Kyler's prices are going up. They beat the defending NFC champions. Yeah, the 49ers were banged up. But the guy was talented in Houston. So there's several guys out there. I seen somebody mention Ridley. Let's see. Marquis Brown. He's a second-year guy, but he was hurt last year, so he didn't really get a whole lot of attention other than the fact people liked his name being Hollywood. Look what he did last week. He looks like he's healthy. He could have a huge year. Let's see. DK Metcalf and what's the other one? The names, I even got him on my fantasy team. But the two guys for Seattle, Metcalf, and the other one, that's going to drive me nuts because he's on my damn team. Tyler Lockett, right there. Metcalf and Lockett, they could have huge years. Wilson's looking good. So, there's guys out there. Yeah, well, AJ, he was a monster last year. There's been focus on him. I don't know what his prices are. And really, I'm kind of looking at these guys. I'm throwing names out from last year in 2018. But I think look further back. Look at the Julios. Look at the Hopkins. Look at the Devonte Adams. Look at the guys a few years back. Because the singles prices on, especially 18, you're not going to get wax at all on that. With the Hopkins and with the Adams, and I can't remember if Julio would have it or not, but you have Chrome and Prism. So, if you noticed, I picked the Chrome up. Now, the Prism's actually selling for a little bit more. But if you look at what Russell Wilson did, and JJ talked to me about this, he's like, the Wilson Prism went up and the Chrome followed it, which, that makes sense. But he said, if I remember correctly, he said the Chrome actually multiplied more than the Prism did. So, Tyreek Hill is another one. Funny thing about Tyreek Hill, those of you that watch the channel regularly, I'm sure you remember when I bought all those 50-cent boxes and I found that full box of 17 Prism, and I was hoping maybe there was a Mahomes in there. There was no Mahomes. But I found some cards that I was praying would have the basketball sophomore year carryover because I found all of these in there. I found 4 Wentz second year Prism. There was 4 Bosa second year Prism. We're talking about Hill. There was 4 Tyreek Hill, second year Prism. And then there was 6 Derrick Henry. So I got excited. I was like, holy crap, what if this sophomore year Prism bump goes to football? Unfortunately, these are about $1 a piece. So nothing big there, but they're still, I still top loaded them and kept them. Um, but yeah, Sean, that was luck. Um, Guns, that's a tough one. Kelsey's, damn near like a wide receiver, but you gotta think, Jason Witten is one of the greatest tight ends in the game. Tony Gonzalez, one of the greatest in the game, and neither of them really got a lot of hobby love. I mean, hell, if you want to go with a tight end, like somebody was asking about Megatron, pick up some Tony G. I mean, you can't go wrong with him. He's not gonna get hurt this year. He's not gonna get hurt next year. He's not gonna get hurt the year after that. Witten, I think Witten is just trying to put a little bit of statistics, to try to cushion where he's at, or get closer up the rankings. I don't think he's really a benefactor or an influence in the Cowboys offense. But he's still going to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, there's no question. So, yeah, Antonio Gates. Phillip Rivers didn't get his name because he's Phillip Rivers. If he didn't have Antonio Gates, a bunch of Rivers stats would be gone. So I'm not saying the tight ends won't. I just think if there's anything that I'm gonna dabble or try to put a little bit of money in to see if I can hit the right buttons with the NFL stuff, I think it's going to be wide receivers. Rather than spending, $300, $400, $500 on a quarterback and pray that he turns out good and doesn't get hurt, I'd rather spend like $50. Wait, Witten left the Cowboys? I could have swore they were talking about him last week. Where the hell did I get? Did I miss something? Well, damn if I didn't. When did that happen? I did not even know that. I could have swore they were talking, maybe they were just talking about him in the Cowboy game. But I could have swore I heard his name come up in that game. Very interesting. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day. But yeah, I didn't realize that. I just heard his name come up last week in that Cowboy game, so I thought he was still there. Honestly, but yeah, I'm gonna pick up a few. I'm not gonna jump deep into it. I'm not gonna dump a ton of money. I'm not gonna pick up. I'm not saying go out and get 10 of these guys. They're gonna 2, 3, 4, 8x, nothing like that. I'm saying I think there's a possibility that the wide receivers could get a little bit of focus, especially with all the new market people coming in. Like someone said, Julio Jones has already seen a bump. If Hopkins and if Devonte Adams continue, doing what they did in week 1, the attention is going to be on them. The great thing with football is there's not games every night. You got Thursday, Sunday, Monday. So all week you can hear what people are talking about. Who are they talking about every week or all week long? Just listen. So that's an advantage to football. It's not a night to night. Who had a good game tonight? Oh, he's off tomorrow night. You got, basically 4 days out of the week that there's not even a game being played. So what card do you get for the Marlins? Man, I can't say, but I am going to say this. I'm going to say this about the Nationals. Did y'all notice something after they lost tonight? I don't know if y'all noticed it. But with the loss tonight, the Washington Nationals are 19-31. Last year, after 50 games, they were 19-31. So, if we can get 112 more games for this season, the Nationals, I have faith they'll be back-to-back World Series champions. They can do it. They came back from it last year at this exact record. Come on, Commish, give us some more games. Let the Nats get back to the World Series. We can do it again from 19-31. Because how in the hell do you go 19-31 exactly 2 years in a row in your first 50 games? What the hell, guys? What are the odds on that? What are the odds on that? 2 years in a row. But, jeez. I swear, if they win out for the rest of the season, it's... there's something up. But... but no, seriously, to answer the question, if I was going to buy a player on the Marlins, let's see. Well, he's too old. I didn't even know they had people that old on that team. He's old. Wow, the Marlins actually got older. I thought they were all young. But they're actually older. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see anything. God, Mark, that isn't a hangover, brother. That's what we started last year. 19-31. CC, I don't really dig deep into pitchers, man. Nothing against them. I just... to me... they're a very important part of the game, but taking them out of the batting situation and not letting them bat, being that they only pitch every 5 days, being that they're like on this pitch limitation thing now, it seems like if their arm is got the slight bit of soreness in it, they are on the 10-day DL. Um, I just it's hard for me to really tell anybody to invest in a pitcher. Also think pitching records that are out there are going to be very, very, very hard, if not damn near impossible, to ever break. I mean, do you ever see anyone breaking Nolan Ryan's record? No. I don't see anybody touching it. But yeah, the question was, he said, what card to get, especially if they advance far? That's what I was referring to, Big Scott. I wasn't referring to who was the best Marlin. He asked what card to get. Honestly, I don't see anyone being, most of the Marlins guys are like 27, 29, 31 outside of their pitchers. And I just don't see, look, let's throw Strasburg out there. We'll throw his name out there. He just won World Series MVP. He did something that, what did he go, 5-0 or whatever it was in the playoffs. That team, they made the documentary Improbable. They literally beat all of the odds. Strauss came out of the bullpen, which he had never done in his major league career, and was lights out in the playoffs. Did you see him get any bump? Nah. Maybe for a couple days, people bought his stuff because he won MVP, but there was nothing there, as a long-term investment type worthiness. So they're just, to me, the Marlins are too old. I don't see anyone. I mean, if you want to collect them, you could probably go in there and buy their whole lineup fairly reasonable. But if you're looking at something to get a bump, due to a World Series push, shit, the best player, here's the best player to buy for the Marlins. Okay? This is going to blow your mind. Best player to buy for the Marlins, Derek Jeter. Because there will be so much talk about Derek Jeter tearing that team apart, rebuilding it, and turning them into a contender and making a push through the playoffs and everything. The focus will be on Derek Jeter more than the actual Marlin players themselves. So throw your money at Derek Jeter. There you go. That's what I would do. Anybody disagree? Rick, the records I was talking about with Nolan was the strikeout record. I don't see anybody breaking his strikeout record. But then again, I don't ever see anybody breaking Ricky Henderson's record either for stolen base. There's just so much out there. Or like Cal Ripken's record. Do we ever see anybody playing that many games in a row? I mean, hell. Yamamoto is just... after that dude got rocked that one night, I think his confidence level would be crushed, man. Yamamoto is... What did he have? He gave up 13 runs that one night or something like that. But let's be real, guys. Does any of us think that the Marlins are going to make it to the World Series? No. If they can beat the Dodgers and hell, San Diego and all of them to make it to the World Series, I can't say it won't happen, but I don't see that happening. So this year is kind of like been crazy. You can't write nothing off. Yeah, got Mark. They've actually had a very weird year. It's definitely put 2020 into full perspective when the Marlins have a positive, plus win column record, and we're talking about them making the playoffs. That's 2020 in a nutshell. I mean, hell, we could talk about. We might be surprised, and it could be the Detroit Lions and Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl this year. I mean, the way this year has been, you just never know. Yeah, that's definitely true, Sean. Um, Trust me, if I had 20 million, I'd tell my job where to go. But Rick, that's going to be another tough one to break. But with juiced balls, if the league continues with the juiced balls and everything, you're definitely right. Bonds' record could fall. Look at what we've seen for these rookies coming in and hitting 50-plus homers. That is a record that if they play long enough and they continue, the long ball era, it definitely could happen. I'm not going to disagree with you there. Hell, all you really got to do is get a guy like Pete Alonso, into the Rockies organization at Soto's age. And, imagine Soto in Colorado at coming into the league at 19 with his, plate presence and power and everything else. Hell, Soto would... Imagine his numbers. His numbers are already crazy, but imagine Soto if he was in Colorado. That would be insane. I don't even know what his numbers would be right now. Hey, Mr. Jordan, I was just reading the thing. You know my stance on that, and I ain't getting into that. I ain't getting into that discussion. But got Mark. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but the numbers don't lie. I think Soto, not maybe, WAR numbers, not stolen base numbers and all that. Soto's going to continue to be great, and they've already said through 300 games his statistics are better than Trout. If he continues to get better, continues to on that upward trend, I'm not going to say Soto will ever surpass Trout as far as hobby numbers or market numbers or anything like that, because Trout is the face of the MLB, and he still has, 12 more years on his contract. But I see him, and there's a couple other young guys, but if you just mirror and look at Soto and Trout's numbers through, the first 200, Soto was ahead. The first 300, Soto was ahead. And then people always, no matter what, they bring up Trout's no rings. Baseball is the sport where rings don't matter. Great. But the fact is, if you really want to get down to numbers, I think Soto's what? A 5-to-1 home run ratio than Trout in the postseason. Trout has one career postseason hit, and that was a home run, but he only has one hit. So, and baseball is a team sport. It is one of, football is another one. You definitely can throw the argument it's a team sport, and individual records aren't always a thing. But it's things that you have to think about, and the fact that kid came in the playoffs last year and was just absolutely clutch. I mean, really, me and the missus were at the game. That hit in the wild card game, that should not have been. I still can't believe a 20-year-old did that. I mean, you think 20 years old and he was up there with the game on the line, clutch, brought him home, secured the W, and then they went on to do what they did. So, but, oh damn, the wife's saying the chocolate chip cookies are ready. I'm going to have to get ready to hop off here and go have me some cookies. That's interesting, Amari. I've never compared them to in their first 10 years. But no, you're not sending cards with cards. Or cookies with cards. No. Them things, no. We ain't letting them melt. Nope. Not happening. Not happening. But anyway, guys, it's been fun talking to y'all. I like the baseball discussions, the football discussions. Got Mark, are you still here? Where you at, buddy? Let's see here. Let's go over here to the screen. The same player of what? There's Mark. So Mark did his prediction show. If you guys haven't watched it, so far he is correct in this. I do have the lead. Because I actually meant to take Odell Beckham out. And I forgot to. So, where in the heck do I see all the matchups? Oh, here we go. Where's Mark at? Oh, they didn't have anybody playing. They don't have any Brown or Bengals players. I guess Mark and Springfield Rifles are kind of smart. But Cobra Kai, what the heck? Oh, he had Nick Chubb. He had a good game. That looks like it's going to be a good matchup right there. But anyway, I love talking with you guys. Mark said I'm losing this week. Man, you never know. I should be 0-3 or 0-1 in every league. I'm hoping to pick that up. So, Connor, there's no way if everybody named a random player, you would have some people say the same name, but you would not have near as many as you think that would say the same player. So it's just like when I asked the other day if people wanted to guess what 2 baseball cards I had coming in, the names of them, not even the cards, just the names. I was very shocked nobody said Jackie Robinson. Was very, very, very shocked that nobody said Jackie Robinson. Because, when you think of top 5, you like iconic names to have of a card, you have to kind of throw Jackie in that conversation. So I do not think you would have a lot of people saying the same thing. But alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off of here for the night, go grab me some cookies. But I really do appreciate all of you that get on and watch the videos, get in here, chat with me, BS, have these discussions. It's very, very fun. Good luck to everybody in the football league tomorrow. It should be fun to watch. And nobody threw out a name to me to do the little market data digging stuff that I wanted to tell y'all about. So I have not forgotten about telling y'all I would do that. Just nobody threw a name out. So if you guys have a name that you would like for me to do that on, drop me a message on, whatever different social medias that are out there that we have connected to. So you know what, Sean? I see. All right. So Connor said Dominguez. The thing with Dominguez is I don't know exactly which one, and being that his market, since he didn't even get to play, Emmett being older, I could look and see if there was much difference. I'm sure that would be the 90 score supplemental would be the best one for that. Mbappe could be interesting because that is a market that we don't talk a lot about with soccer, and that is a card that gets a lot of movement, and it would be a good one to show like how to pull the data up, how I would go about doing that. So how about I do that, and then the 18 Prism, Sean, that would be a good one. That's a damn good suggestion to use. Now, this video isn't a card that everybody would want to know the data on. I just wanted a card that had a lot of movement, that's a popular card that has fluctuated, to show y'all how I actually go on and pull it all up. So I think I'll use that one. Mbappe, we'll go with that. I'll show y'all what site I use. Do you want me to go back to how far back you want me to go, Sean? We can go back a year if you want. We could go back a year and see where that card was at, and like how it, go like every a 3-month thing or something like that, and I can show y'all kind of how I go through that, if you wanted to do that, because September of 2019 would be, the market was very normal in September of 2019. Hell, we were buying 2018 Prism basketball cheap. Well, the cool thing with it, Sean, is you can get a 12-month graph, and you could do it quarterly. So if I did it back to September of 2019, we could do a 12-month breakdown in a quarterly section. If you just wanted to do 9 months, we could still do that in... that's true. That is true. That would be a 10-year breakdown. Rick, thank you again, man. That picture is awesome, and the note was even more awesome. Thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for chilling with me tonight, talking, BSing, all of that. Everybody have a great night, and as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video.